Let's move now to one of the most controversial issues within Israeli society, the draft deferment that's given to young men from the ultra-Orthodox or Haredi sector that enables them to deduct mandatory military service while studying in religious seminaries or yeshivot. Last week, heeding a Supreme Court ruling that the deferment was unfair to those who have to do service, the IDF began sending out draft notices to Haredi men, but only 48 out of the first 1,000 showed up to the enlistment office, although hundreds did come out to protest. Now Attorney General Gali Baharav-Miara has ordered the Labor Ministry to cut daycare subsidies intended for the children of ultra-Orthodox men who dodged the draft, sparking an uproar among Haredi leaders, including the Shas Party, who responded with this statement: the Attorney General's decision to deny working ultra-Orthodox mothers the subsidy for daycare 3 weeks before the start of the school year just because the husband is studying Torah. This is cruel legal bullying and abuse of helpless children. There's a disgraceful mark on a legal system supposed to be a protector and address for women who have decided to enter the workforce and contribute to the economy. Efforts are being made to reach a legal settlement in cooperation with the security establishment. Insulting ultra-Orthodox working women works as a means of, insulting ultra-Orthodox women will not work as a means of pressure. It's an absolute folly that will not remove a single student from the study hall and delay any solution on the issue. Well, joining us now, I guess, is one of those working Haredi mothers, journalist Tzipi Yarom. And Tzipi, what is your reaction, and what is the community's reaction to this move by the Attorney General?
So first of all, let's say the record straight. I'm the mother of this generation that is being affected by the decision today. It's my daughter's peers who would be affected by it. And yes, people are outraged on one hand, but on the other hand, everybody was expecting it. We knew it was coming next. And people do feel like they are being attacked. When the state of Israel wants, they do find a solution for everything. And the state of Israel wanted Haredi women to come out and worked on it very hard to have more and more women coming out. They achieved the goal, and now the feeling is that, okay, we achieved the goal, so no need to keep it anymore, and we can do everything against these women. And this is something that people should understand. I guess some people will come out and go out to work or will go to the army, but we're talking about women who will just have to take out less hours on working, and they'll just stay home because they can't afford what it takes to pay. We're talking about women.
But Tzipi, I think the message, this is meant not for the women, it's meant for the husbands. If the husbands are not in the army, why don't they they can stay home and they can study the Torah and the Talmud at home. They can have study dates at home and watch the kids.
100%. This is how it's being presented, but I'm saying that the bottom line, when you talk about a woman who wants her husband to sit and learn, and she is going out to work, finally it's going to be a burden on her shoulders. Some women will just send their children to those unauthorized daycares and where they pay less and they're probably even undocumented, and others will just work less. So it's not like this is what is going to bring people to the army. And also remember that it's not talking about all Haredi men. We're only talking about people below the age of 26. So if people are talking about getting people out to work, this is not going to work. For the army, again, maybe some people planned anyway to go out and enlist to the army. It's just not going to work. And Haredi Knesset members are already working on solutions. They will be 100% legal, so this could be sorted out.
Well, I'm just going to ask Doron Avital, who dedicated years and decades to Army service, a quick response, Doron.
I think the drafting of the Orthodox, this is a problem that haunts us for years, and it requires some real reform in how to do it. It's not that simple, but you need a political will and a political power to do it, and do it by law. And the point right now is that we are stuck. By law, we have to follow the law and draft whoever is there, and the this political coalition is of course against it. A real reform is required, and I don't see the political will or the political...
Okay, I want to go back to Tzipi. Is there a real political will there? Because, again, it doesn't really seem that way from... I'm not talking about the young men, because I believe there are young Haredi men who do want to contribute in some way, at least in national service. I am talking now about some of the rabbinical leadership and the Haredi leadership and those political party leaders that say they follow that leadership.
Right now, all what I see is a decline, because some leaders who never spoke against serving in the army and even sent or at least approved those of their community, those of their followers who wanted to go out and listen to the army and did that, and now they're speaking against it. For example, the rabbi of the Tzanz community, I never heard this man talking about against the army. People from his community served in the army for years, and all of a sudden he's against it. So somehow we are achieving the opposite of what the state of Israel is trying to achieve, which is to get more people into the army. I think that it's because it's being perceived as an attack on yeshivas and not as something that is being done to benefit the state of Israel, which is not the same.
Well, we're almost out of time, but I do want to just say there is a need. There's a shortage. We're at war. Maybe that's the sense of urgency that now the IDF says they have a manpower shortage. They're going to need help from all Israelis, or certainly those Israelis that want to defend this country as a Jewish state.
That's why I separated the two, and I said it's not the same to attack the yeshivas and to draft people. There are thousands of Haredi men who are young and could be enlisted into the army and are not serving in the yeshivas. I do think that the army try to start with them first. I don't know how it will go, but once they start with them, I think it could go on much better.